capable passer. He just makes things happen. Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Here's Anthony. Fade away. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Wall. Thomas got his first points in this one.
And talking about Lopez, he does clean the glass on the offensive end. He was 12th in offensive rebounds last year. However, he was 44th in defensive rebounds. That's one important area he definitely has to work on.
Again, the miss by Anthony.
You don't want your best shooter giving up that shot.
Exactly. Even the top three-point specialists in the league would probably catch heat for taking that shot.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
You know, getting back to Lopez, how good is it to have a guy with his offensive package also be a near top 10 shot blocker for you? That's what he was last season and several seasons before that. He's an all-star talent if he can just stay on the court and stay healthy.
Bosh drives in, and he gets it to go.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Jackson kicks to Aflalo. Outside Anthony. Thomas against Aflalo. 5 on the clock. Jackson passes to Porzingis. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Now the dish to Dudley. And the pass to Bosh. Feeds to Dudley. Lopez a screen. From the arc. Dudley, no luck. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. Lopez over to help. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. Cans the shot from the wing. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Bosh dishes the Wall. Shoots it up. That doesn't go either for Bosh.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Jackson passes to Porzingis. From deep, Aflalo. That's good. Aflalo's got 5.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And Wall kicks to Bosh. Back to Wall. Outside Bosh. To end the run. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Bosh has got his second basket.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
And now here comes Wall leading the break. Dudley dishes to Bosh. He kicks it to Thomas. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And it's 6 points for Brook Lopez.
And that's his go-to move right there in the low post.
Jackson passes to Pachulia. Back to Jackson. Up and in on the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now here's Lopez. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Aflalo against Dudley. Aflalo kicks to Anthony. 11 feet away. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
New York trailing. Aflalo outside. Down low. Here's Anthony. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 1.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. The Bulls have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Carmelo's reasoning was that he had been burned enough by Dirk's fadeaway he had to adapt.
Yeah, that's a great fadeaway to borrow from, for sure. I mean, Melo already has a mid-range game, terrific mid-range game, and this shot makes that even deadlier.
Out to the wing. Here's Porzingis. And that one is hammered home.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
And again, Chicago, no good. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to Golden State. For 3, Chicago grabs the miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Kicks to Leonard. Wants to get it to Dudley and does. Here's Capella. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So he gets them both. The Knicks with the lead.
Timeout. Start it.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Mills. In the corner, Nicholson with it. He dishes it to Clark. 6 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And the Knicks miss again. Chicago trailing here. Outside, Martin. It's tipped. Here's Leonard from the high post. And he hits the jumper for 2. Leonard's got his first points of the game. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Morris dishes to Nicholson. Out to Morris. Fires from the wing. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. The Bulls have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Covered by Mills. Martin goes in, and Aldridge sends it back. The feed to Mills. Here's Aldridge. He's covered by Leonard. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Chicago has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Excellent use of the screen that time. Martin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Nicholson's shot is off.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
On its way from Dudley for 2. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. It's the Bulls. They lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
They're just very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball, attacking the rim in this first quarter. A lot of trips to the free throw line.
Taking full advantage of playing at home, and the fans have really helped them here.
Martin is out there with Wall. Then it's Thomas. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Lopez in the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Chicago leading. And Wall. Here we go now. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Bulls.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Now, here is Morris. Morris, a screen. Aldridge kicks to Nicholson. Just 5 on the clock. Morris. And count it. 2 points with a chance for 1 more at the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get to, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in. And Marcus Morris is nicknamed Mook. He has a twin brother, older by 7 minutes, named Markeith. Both brothers played at Kansas, drafted 13th and 14th in the same year, eventually played for the same pro team. That is joined at the hip.
Now, here's Mills, following the miss by John Wall. Nicholson passes to Morris. They set the pick. Nicholson kicks to Aldridge. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Bulls shooting for the game at 42%. Lopez a screen. From deep. Wall. Wall missing again. New York trailing. Mills with it. And it's Martin picking him up. And Mills kicks to Nicholson. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Inside. Here's Bosh. And the dunk by Lopez.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Now, here's Wall. Left side, Bosh. To the middle. And the dunk by Lopez.
Ooh, that That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Porzingis can't hit.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And Thomas has it in the corner. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Pachulia with it. He's picked up by Lopez.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Anthony with the defensive effort. Knicks trailed by 5. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The drive by Jackson. Porzingis can't hit. Bulls have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Wall dishes to Lopez. Lopez is screen on Jackson. And Wall kicks to Lopez. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And 12 points for Brook Lopez.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Anthony, the pass to a Flowers. Out to Anthony. New York moving the ball around. They get it back. Pachulia. It's stolen by Wall. Outside Thomas. He feeds it to Martin. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Knicks trail by 7. Jackson kicks to Anthony. Off the pick. Bank shot, no good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Now here's Wall. He's guarded closely. Martin kicks to Bosch. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Wall. No good. Excellent D there from Aflalo.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Back to Wall. Lopez a screen. Wall attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Now here's Pachulia. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts at Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook, Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
Both free throws good from Jackson. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move. And with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years. Well, they've really cranked up the intensity, tracking down those loose caroms, stacking up second chance buckets in a big pile.
Yeah, and those hustle points are just another reason they're in control. And Myers Leonard at 7'1", an interesting combination of size, athleticism, and shooting touch. Really likes to play on the perimeter.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis, and he dunks it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And Leonard likes to run, jump, and shoot more than bang inside, I think, Clark.
Well, you know, Kevin, you like that he has that ability to go outside, but with his size, it would be most valuable, I think, if he also embraces throwing his weight around in the paint area.
Agree. Pachulia. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Well, the job of penetrating that they've done so far has really been excellent. I mean, they've done a nice job driving to the hoop effectively.
Dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Aflalo. Jackson again. Studley. Jackson passes to Porzingis. Passes it to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Knicks trail by 5. Pass to Aflalo. Anthony kicks to Aflalo. No good on the triple.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Dudley dishes to Martin. The pass to Leonard. No one near him.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Porzingis. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
That's good. That's now 8 points for Martin. It'll count. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so we conclude the first half. Bulls lead by 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. It's been a clinic from Brook Lopez.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Well, Lopez has been great. He has 12 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
On the court for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Pachulia in at the center. Here is Wall. Following the score by Reggie Jackson. Top of the key. No good off the front iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Knicks trailed by 4. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Wall. The dish to Anthony. Plays it up and banks it in. Anthony's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
The wide open look here for Bosch. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 8 points for him.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Wall. And Jackson with the block. Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And Wall kicks to Bosch. That doesn't go either for Bosch.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Again, the miss by Anthony. And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team you like playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category. And I think, to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent. And I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Feeds it to Carmelo. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anthony's got 9.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Lopez is screen on Jackson. Ball passes to Lopez. Bosch can't get that one to fall.
And, you know, going back to Jared Dudley, he helps you in so many different ways. Shoots a lot of threes, yet does so efficiently. He rebounds, he passes the ball. He'll get a little physical too. He's a valuable vet to have in your locker room.
Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Thomas, and the layup's good off the glass. He's got 6.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points. And you know what Jared Dudley's nickname was in college? The Junkyard Dog. I mean, for his toughness and that nose he has for the ball. 2 attributes that have served him greatly here at the next level.
Now here's Wall. He kicks to Dudley. Intercepted. Now here's Jackson. Passes to Porzingis. Dudley against Flalo. Here's Porzingis. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch. And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Knicks trail by 5. Kicks to Anthony. Flalo against Thomas. Flalo dishes to Carmelo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Porzingis. Fades back. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Some changes for Chicago. Capella's checked in. And Martin subbed in for Thomas. Wall against Jackson. Wall attacking. Takes it off the glass. Wall's got 6 points.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Follow the pass to Porzingis. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
To the middle. Wall. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Flalo.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Porzingis. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And for Reggie Jackson, the league is going the right way in terms of his skill set. Everyone loves the guard who can shoot well enough to bust the zone as well as make plays for others and at the rim. And Jackson is that guy.
The Bulls leading by 3. And Wall kicks to Capella. Back to Wall. He dishes it to Bosch. From 13, misses off the right iron. And back to Jackson. He really took on the playmaker role after being traded to the Pistons. As a Detroit player, he averaged over 9 assists a game, Clark, which would have put him 4th overall in the league had it been for a full campaign.
Loved his aggressiveness, which led to opportunities for his teammates, but it also led to turnovers. That part of his game, he's got to tighten up.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Morris with the rebound. Knicks trail by 3. There's the pick. Mills dishes to Clark. At the top of the key, Nicholson. Some nice passing by New York here. And there's the feed to Morris. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Got a piece of it. He feeds it to Nicholson. Morris outside. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Aldrich for the lead. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's on Chris Bosh.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Chicago making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. There's a screen. Right side Wall. Dishes it to Leonard. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 7th assist in the game. And Mills kicks to Clark. Morris against Leonard. Nicholson in the post. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Mills passes to Nicholson. The dish to Mills. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Martin's got his 3rd rebound on the night. .34 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. The pass to Wall. Left side Leonard. Lets it go from 14. That's good. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Bulls. Now Mills. Pass to Aldridge. They get the rebound. Mills dishes to Nicholson. Up top Mills. Tries yet again. Shot is off. 3rd quarter comes to a close and a battle brings it to a tie. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The 4th quarter of action getting started. Well, the Bulls shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Thomas is out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Jared Dudley. And it's Wall in the point. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Mills. Feeds to Clark. Here's Aldridge. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Offensive rebound. Lopez. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Lopez has got 4 points this quarter. Now here's Mills. Covered by Wall. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Mills. Clock at 4. They set the pick. Here's Nicholson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Here's Lopez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Morris passes to Clark. The alley-oop. Thomas with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. All with it. And Thomas has it in the corner. He kicks it to Bosh. And it's Lopez. One time on the assist by Bosh. Bosch has got 3 assists in the game. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. New York calls timeout.
And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Dudley.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
And Wall. Here we go now. Outside Bosch. The shot, no good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. And here's Mills. There's the double team with Martin. Mills dishes to Nicholson. 6 to shoot. Morris, left side. Lopez with the steal. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Good.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy do. Very, very well done.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Brook Lopez.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't
He sure does.
Kicks it to Carmelo. They need this one. That's good.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up. You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Pass to Lopez. To the paint. Here's Tosh. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 10 points for Chris Bosh.
You know, guys, for Wall, the one thing he's still ironing out is his shooting stroke. It looks better every year, but doesn't necessarily go in more often, especially from three. But even if he never becomes a great shooter, I think he'll remain one of the game's best all-around talents.
Here's Jackson from outside off the mark.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
In the corner, Aflalo with it. And the rebound goes to Martin. Martin's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Wall kicks to Dudley. Wall against Jackson. Out to the wing. Lopez passes to Wall. Plays it up and banks it in. It's an 8-point Bulls lead.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
For Chicago, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. The three from Bosch. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 11.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
New York calls timeout.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
You're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end to end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You just say he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Jared Dudley. Jackson dishes to Pachulia. Aflalo outside. New York, no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 11. Outside, Wall. Bosch, the screen. Martin wide open. He fires. That three off the mark. Knicks shoot just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Anthony with it, and Bosch picks him up defensively.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Outside, Martin. And it's Bosch in the corner. Fires from 14. And that one comes up a bit short. Knicks trail by 11. Outside Anthony. Left side Jackson. To halt the run. Chicago grabs the miss. Chicago calls timeout.
And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
And the media deal in play says a lot about the popularity. It's not just broadcast. Fans are showing up as well.
Sellouts were at a record 700 last season, Kevin. The previous record was 676. Almost 22 million regular season fans. That's a big number.
So for the Bulls, Capella's checked in, and Dudley subbed in for Kevin Martin. The Bulls leading by 11. There's the pick. And Wall kicks to Capella. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Wall against Jackson. He dishes it to Carmelo. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Anthony's got it back down to single digits for the Knicks. Wall passes to Dudley. Back to Wall. To the wing on the left. Here's Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 9. 1:51 left in the fourth. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Wall. Now the pass to Porzingis. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Porzingis. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Porzingis has got 20. Bulls have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. The feed to Lopez. And the shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 9.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
.43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And he should thank the D for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Chicago calls timeout. They're leading by 7. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Chris Bosh is checked in for Capella. Chris Bosh. Outside, Wall to the wing right side. Right side, Bosh. Lopez left side. From the baseline. And that one's good.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Anthony kicks to Jackson. They set the screen. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Chris Bosh. Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. Good on both. Now here's Wall. And so it's Chicago winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet.